Hello everyone, this is Nicholas Walker, and this is my screencast for EIM 504. For this assignment, I've chosen to take a look at Skype. Skype is a global communication software, primarily used for web conferencing, but it can also be used for phone conferencing as well as chat rooms. The version of Skype that I'm going to be looking at and using today is the free version. There is a paid version which comes with a couple more features such as a voicemail, but for all intents and purposes the free version does just about anything you would need it to do. The reason I chose to do Skype is up until very recently I have not used this program. I am a very heavy Apple product user myself, so FaceTime has always held precedence for me over Skype. However, with FaceTime being an Apple product, an Apple specific product, Skype is a much more widely used program and is something that anybody in education should definitely learn to do, just in case there is a potential of a web communication interview needed. So I'm going to go back to my desktop where I already have Skype launched, and for the intents of this video I'm going to use a separate account from the one that I already have set up, just so I can take you through the setup process for Skype. So once you get an account set up, it's going to ask for more details just to solidify your account and make your profile a little bit more recognizable to anybody you may be trying to conference with for any purposes. And you can decide to add a picture to your profile, or you can omit and continue on. Skype will get to this point where it tests the microphone on your computer. If by chance your computer does not have a microphone built in, you'll need to find one to use in order to use Skype. Speakers, everything should be pretty well set. If you need to make any adjustments once you get into the program, you can do so there. So we're going to continue on. There's the camera test. So it is working well, and if there's an issue, it will give you an error message at this point. There is an opportunity to add any contacts that you have. If you have any on your computer, which I do not, so I'm going to continue through this as well. And that brings us to our Skype profile. So if you look over on the left side of the screen, it's all automatically going to bring you up to the chat window. Next to that is any calls that you have made or received, and then your contacts if you have any, and then any notifications that you may have from Skype. So just so we can look at how to make calls or how to send messages, we're going to go to contacts, and I'm going to add my other Skype account. And you can do this with anybody you know. You will need to know their Skype username to search for them, but once they get added, as you can see in contacts, it will automatically save for you. So once you click on the contact, it's going to pull up this chat message again, which is the left box over on the left side of the screen. So once again, just so we can see how Skype does work and send messages, I'm just going to send a message to this second account of mine. Now, it is important to note that the other person does have to accept your contact request before they can see your message, and vice versa. If they send you, if they try to add you as a contact, you have to accept them before Skype will show you their messages. So I have my other account pulled up on a different device, so I'm just going to respond to the message that I sent to myself, and there it goes. A notification pops up due to my settings on my screen in the upper right hand corner, as well as on the profile itself. So we're going to go to calls next. The chat is pretty self-explanatory. It's set up the same way as most chats are through mobile devices or other online chats as well. So calls. So if you'll look in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see 3 different buttons, each representing one of the features of Skype. The first one is the video call button. Next, it is the audio call button, and finally, we have create a new group. The create new group button is just a quick way to create a group of individuals, more than just one, for calling or chatting, or even multiple individuals on a video conference. The audio call is simply, as it states, it's an audio call. It's a call without the video option, just the same as if you were to make a phone call. But since Skype is so well known and used for its video conferencing, we're going to look at the video call option. I'm going to attempt to call my other account, but since the devices are so close to each other, I'm going to decline it on the other end so the audio frequencies don't mess up. However, I'll still be able to show a few different features on the screen while this call is in process. So here is the video call, and as you can see, the camera right now is showing me on the screen. If the individual were to answer the phone, they would pop up here instead, and vice versa, you would pop up on their screen. But for now, we're going to just decline this call, and once we do so, it should take us right back to our profile with a message saying that the individual is unavailable right now. At this point, you can choose to send them a message. You can edit this message. It doesn't have to be this line. Or you can just try to do the call again later. So I mentioned in the setup of Skype that there is a way to edit your notifications once you have your profile set up. So we're going to take a look at that now. That is accessed by going to the right corner of the left side of your screen where these 3 dots are. So if you click on the More option and drop down to Settings, then here you have all the settings for your Skype account. You can do anything from adding a profile picture to changing your email address. Here's your audio and video editor where you can adjust your microphone or your speakers. The same kind of stuff that you could access on the setup of your account, you can access once you get into your account. So you're not tied down to anything that you register for when you're creating your account. So that was, once again, just a quick tutorial of Skype. It is a wonderful program, especially if you're needing to do a web conference in a professional setting, because once again, not everybody does have access to the Apple product of FaceTime. So definitely take a look at Skype. If you have any questions beyond what I've gone over today, feel free to look online. There are tons of forums and discussion boards online which discuss some of the issues that people have run into using Skype, as well as any troubleshooting of the program itself. I hope that you have found this video to be helpful and that you will consider using Skype for your future communication needs.